Hi, my name's Joe Hall. I'm here to tell you about what we, the Hall family, did for the Green Up Luton Challenge. What was the challenge? We had to, over the course of 3 months, reduce our energy use, get better about using transport, get better about our recycling, save the environment and save money. This is the Hall family. This is my dad Colin, my mum Anne, my brother Simon, and Penny the dog. This is where we live on Marston Gardens in Luton. So first off, energy, electricity, gas, water, all of those essential things. Gas and electricity we did quite well on. We used about 15% less electricity than the same few months last year, and we used about 40% less gas. So that's really good.
And we think we could have saved even more electricity and gas, because it was colder this spring than it was last year. We were also running a small office of a couple of extra people in the house over the last few months this year, which we wouldn't normally. We think we could have saved even more than we did.
We've already got energy saving bulbs in most of our lights. We have had our loft insulated, so that probably made a difference. But a lot of it we think was just about the way we changed our behaviour in little ways. This is one of the most effective things. This is probably cost about 5p to make. It's a 4-minute shower timer. That kind of thing was really good. It just makes you think about what you're doing every day. Things like I found for myself, my brother telling me stop using the tumble dryer when you don't need to, stick your clothes on the line. It's just a way of thinking about, do I actually need to use that electricity or don't I? And suddenly you find yourself walking around and you're actually turning off lights when you go out of rooms in a way that you never used to, because you used to just have all the lights on in the house. It just becomes part of what you do every day. Right, recycling. Next thing was recycling. Now, we already recycle quite a lot. We compost food waste as well down the bottom of the garden. But we found that you can reduce the amounts if you try. So our black rubbish bin, just the rubbish, the stuff you can't recycle at all, we managed to get that down from 1 sack a week down to 1/3 of the sack a week. Also our recycling, so you know, all those plastic bottles and things like that you can recycle, we managed to get that down from 3 sacks a week down to 1, which was really good, because obviously the best thing you can do is just reduce the amount of waste you're using. Now partly it was about thinking about what you buy and trying to buy things with less packaging. Partly it was about actually crushing it down in the sacks so that it takes fewer lorries to transport all of this stuff to the tip or the recycling plant. We also found we came up against limits. Now look in this bin, look at all of this rubbish here, all of this stuff we don't need. You've got plastic packets aplenty. It's all this pointless plastic packaging that you get on food from the supermarkets that we found was the really, really big thing that you just can't stop doing unless you just don't buy your food from the supermarket anymore. And what we'd really like to see, we think the council should be taking on the supermarket, sitting down Sainsbury's and Tesco and Asda's and saying, what the hell are you doing, guys? You've got to sort this out. Transport was the hardest part, because when you're living a busy life, you actually sometimes don't have a lot of choice about whether you take the car or don't, if you've got 15 minutes to get somewhere. But what we found is the trick is, if you can, is think about what you're doing in advance, make life simpler whenever you can. So we think we're not doing too badly for 4 adults sharing a car and a van, not too many miles. My brother also rides his bike to work whenever he can, rather than taking the van or the car. I walk quite a bit, or take the bus, and my mum and dad walk a bit, or sometimes take a bike they bought recently.
And my mum also takes the bus to work.
So what do we think overall? We thought, yes, we can do it. We can green up Luton together. We found the key to success is you've got to make it part of everyday life. And we're not perfect by any means, but you get better, and what you find is, if you can keep talking about it as a family, then it makes you change your behaviour. What are our recommendations to the council? Well, first of all, Luton Borough Council, thanks for involving us in the Green Up Luton Challenge. We've learned a lot, it's been an eye-opener. We thought we were doing pretty well, but we've improved. And we think there are a lot of other families out there who probably want to improve as well. Use less energy, save money, do better for the environment. We think it's about simple help, like the shower timer, maybe the electricity meter. It's about having a simple kind of help sheet of how you do it. And the way to incentivise that, we think that Luton Borough Council should be giving everybody a discount on their council tax bill if they save energy and do better for the environment. What a great way to encourage families across Luton to get involved and to show that the council's serious about it. We think the council's also got to take on the supermarkets. Food packaging is a big deal. Why aren't there more good local food shops selling local produce that hasn't been flown in from halfway across the world? But we also need the council to get serious as well. There's a national campaign called 10-10. It's really simple. It's about reducing the amount of energy we use by 10% in 2010. We've shown that we can do it at home, but the council, you're also polluting a lot in our name as council taxpayers. Now, a lot of councils around the country have already got on board with the 10-10 campaign, and what we're asking is, absolutely, let's do our bit at home, but Luton Borough Council, we want you to get on board as well. If other towns and cities can do it, why not Luton? Let's be ambitious, let's green up Luton.